What up? So a lot of things going on. Yesterday, after I recorded that video yesterday, I felt like I had made such progress since when I started this that I went back and I watched the first video that I ever made of these. And that scared the shit out of me because that is like these insane ramblings of this crazy person. Um, it just, I don't know. Like, I talk about how, in that video, I thought I was manic depressive, um, and I got into this like research rabbit hole, and I looked up, because after you watch that, I mean, I just talked for 10 minutes, just as fast as humanly possible, and I just hip hop from, I just hopscotch from topic to topic. And it's exhausting, I watched that and it was like, oh my god. And like I was weirdly proud of that video, and watching it back was just really, really hard to do. So it made me say, wow, maybe that person is the reason why I feel like I have some of the problems in my life that I have, like sometimes I feel like when I enter social situations, at work or in my life, I feel like people don't like me for some reason, and it's because like I'm a weird person, I say weird things, but like seeing that from myself and trying to get some perspective on that, it's like, oh, that is a person who's totally self-absorbed. That is a person who does not, who spends his time speaking instead of listening, right? And and I don't want to be that person, you know? Like, that's embarrassing. That is the key to embarrassment is I'm just gonna speak, and I don't know. I don't know, and then that's what this is. It's like I'm just speaking. But on the other end, if I wanted to defend myself a little bit, I think a lot of people never learn how to speak. They never learn to, like, let themselves. They never learn to listen to themselves, And I think that there's, like, a healthy dose of, like, I think you have to be critical of yourself, but then you also need to, like, take swings, right? Like, and I'm oddly thankful, right? So, like, I don't know. Okay, when you build anything, when you build a, I don't know why, but I'm having this image of like a sword. When you like make a sword, right? Like, you first have to just like kind of like hammer out the shape, right? And like you got to start somewhere, right? So you put it in the fucking thing, and then you hammer it, and it kind of looks like, even a master sword maker, right? He still starts with this hunk of metal, and he just was like, fuck it, and he puts it in the thing, right? And then he refines it and refines it and refines it, and eventually you get this polished blade that like is amazing. And I think that, like, socially, I think I have kind of done something similar throughout my life. Not that I am a polished blade by any means, but just viewing that guy yell at the camera for, 10 minutes straight while a vein was popping out of his head. It's like, I hope that I'm a little better than that. But, anyway, in high school, right, I I didn't have control of myself. You know, I would go and I would just go do things and say things and get myself into all this shit and like be cruel and fucking like, I don't know, just screw people over, you know, and like, and I think that over time, I think those people gave me the feedback of like, hey, what the fuck? Like, that was kind of shitty. And it's like, yep, that is shitty. Maybe I shouldn't do that, you know? So you learn these things over time. And I think it's the only way to learn those things, you know? And I think something that I've always liked about myself is that I swing hard. and constantly. It's just like bang, bang, bang. And then eventually, through those swings, I think it packs me in to something that is hopefully decent. I don't know. My Shopify store, another example of me taking swings and then getting smashed in the face. I finally dealt with all the issues that were there. All of the issues came about because I didn't input the correct payment information to like get the money out of the program. And once you do that, all the apps start to work. I also put in a phone number for the program through Google Voice. So today I processed my first order. I sold a pair of socks for $0 with $10 in shipping, which I know is kind of shady, but that's the strategy that, you know, was said to work the best when you're first starting out. So that's kind of what I'm doing. It's a free plus shipping strategy. It is. I charge $9.99 for shipping. I know that's a lot. I understand. I wanted to try this. You start and you're scared because you're not sure. You've never done this. You're not sure if if you're going to make any money, if you're going to lose all your money. And I lost a bunch of money because I was so greedy, right? But anyway, I spent $95. I spent $50 on Facebook ads, and then the monthly charges every month are $45 with all the add-ons and everything that I got. So that's $95. I made $10 back from that sale, but also I had to pay for the socks, which is $1.50. So I made $8.50. 95 minus 850 is 86.5. So $86.50 is my net loss for my first month of my Shopify store. I think the problems are, number one, that I was greedy. The $9.99 is way too much for shipping. I need to reduce that to $7.99. I'm going to start with. I might bring it down to something like $5. So, I don't know. There's that idea. But I'm going to go to $7.99 first. And then the ads. So my ad had a very, very low conversion rate, which makes sense because it was a shitty ad that I made in 2 seconds on Canva.com. So my idea for that is that I'm going to basically write down... I'm just going to write... I don't know. I was thinking I could write down a list of ideas and then write scripts for some of those ideas, but I think I'm going to have an easier time if I just bullshit out a script and then record a voiceover and then find a way to do some visuals. I don't know if I'm going to use Photoshop. I don't know what I'm going to do. Or animate. I don't know. Yeah, we'll figure it out. But I think making a video ad, there's a lot of research out there that shows that has a lot higher conversion. I don't think I'm going to do any branding right now. I think in the long term, I want to talk a lot about other things, ideas and stuff too. In the long term, stuff like this becomes valuable when you build a brand. Right now, though, I think I'm just playing around and I kind of want to focus on sales. So I don't have that much money. Hopefully, once I kind of grow a budget, once I make $500, then I can start thinking about, okay, cool, I want this to be a long-term thing. So I'm going to start having products with higher margins, and I'm also going to start building some brand equity. I'm going to start doing awareness ads versus just conversion ads. But for right now, convert, remarket. That's kind of the plan. video ads is what I'm going to try to get really good at, and then I'm going to try to use those video ads. I'm also going to experiment with Google ads because I ran a Facebook ad. I learned a lot. I'm going to try to run a Google ad, Google AdWords and it's called Google Ads now. But anyway, I might actually record another video right now. So I'm gonna stop this one and upload this one, and then I'm gonna continue and record another one.